Alright guys, and thank you for checking out Stevie Joe Rock News. So what I wanted to talk a little bit about today is the time that Axl Rose and James Hetfield almost got into a physical altercation. Also, I wanted to get a poll going, see what you guys think. Who would have won that fight? Would it be Axl Rose or would it be James Hetfield? So we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm going to give you a little bit of a background to this now, and also show you some of the things that were said back and forth between Axl Rose and James Hetfield.
On the road, Axl pose, dressing room requirements. Absolutely no substitutions. 1 cup of cubed ham, not fucking, it's got to be cubed up fucking right so it'll get down his little neck. 1 ribeye steak dinner, didn't even know the guy ate meat, looked like a fucking vegetarian. 1 gourmet cheese tray, pepperoni pizza fresh. I think that, it's fucking just for throwing around.
I don't know anything, man.
Cans of assorted Pringles chips, greasy shit. I guess. Puts his hair back and all. Sous Bee honey can make some sing like this.
In fact, it said that there were actually 2 times that James Hetfield and Axl Rose nearly came to blows. So apparently one of these times involved Axl Rose and his selection of the opening acts for the tour, which in this case was a band called Body Count and Ice-T. Now James Hetfield was very unhappy about this, and Axl pretty much said, listen, it's our tour, that's what we want to do, and too bad. So James Hetfield really didn't like that. The other time, I can't really find too much about how and why they almost came to blows, but apparently there were 2 times they almost came to physical altercations.
Rose called Metallica frontman James Hetfield a racist. GNR sources say Axl may still be angry over the fact that Hetfield wasn't too big on having Ice-T and Body Count open last year's Guns Metallica tour. Rose, who dedicated Double Talking Jive to Hetfield, is also smarting from comments made by Hetfield in the current issue of Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone cover boy Hetfield described Guns N' Roses not as a band, but a guy and some other guys, as well as criticizing what Hetfield called Axl and his attitude. Metallica management told MTV News that the group was on its way from Australia to Indonesia and was unreachable to respond to Rose's comments, but added, quote, if James has something to say to Axl, he wouldn't want to say it through the press. He'd say it to his face, end quote.
What do you guys think would have happened if they were to come to blows? Do we think that the rest of the band, for Guns N' Roses and Metallica would have stepped in and there would have been a big brawl? I personally don't think so. I think a lot of the other guys got along pretty well. Slash got along with the other guys. Lars got along with the other guys. So I don't think that would have happened. Now, who do I actually think would have won the Axl versus James Hetfield fight? James ringing in at 6'1", probably 170 to 180 pounds. Axl Rose 5'8", ringing in around, somewhere between 135, and he might have gotten as big as 150 on that tour. There are pictures where he definitely looks bigger and a little bit muscular. So who do we think would have won that fight? Personally, I would say I would have to give it to Axl Rose because I just think he's crazier. I don't think that fight would have been a straight fist fight. I think there would have been a bottle or if there's a guitar around or whatever the hell's around, that's what's getting swung. So that's my reasoning and thought behind that. However, I do think James could throw a good fight, and I think he's been in a lot of them, so I think it might have been a very good fight. What do you guys think? Let's get a poll below. Who do you think would have won the fight, 1? And 2, do you think there would have been a fight between the bands, or do you think it would just be Axl and James? Let me know what you guys think below. Please like. Thanks.